might see a place and go, wow, it's only 150 acres. If it's well laid out, it can offer a lot. Little tiny jumps. It's pretty sandy at this place.
Well, hello everyone. It is finally time to get out and hit the dirt on the Raptor. I am super excited. Got to convert it back from winter mode. I still got the snow tires on it. Had my fun little winter ride at the cycle club and accidentally bent my new bumper. That was fun. I've got that fixed, but I need to do a little bit of paint work. So that's a little bit of a pre-ride project here. So here's that GYTR bumper that Logan at Zapp's Powder Coating color matched for me, which is a spot-on color match. Here, let's check out the old bumper. It's the stump jumper that was on there. This was a shame that this happened because it only had a couple rides on it, but you can see it completely caved in, this bottom portion. You can see all the stress marks in the paint right there. It actually looked really cool. I'll put some photos up here of it bent. It bent very square and it was leaned out, and I actually liked the angle of it. And Chris is gonna actually tilt these a little bit. Chris at DBR is gonna actually angle them out a little bit more because I thought it actually looked kind of cool. So here's the OG bumper. Look at this thing, man. Look at all the rock hits on it. But I'm gonna hang some of this old stuff up that I got here. I pulled it out of storage. The only thing that was a even bigger bummer than breaking the bumper was bending in the bottom tabs, and I had a local fabricator straighten them out, and he just put, it looks like some type of a spray primer on there. So in order to cover this up, I picked up some different paints here, and I'm gonna test them all on a piece of metal and see what they look like once they dry, and then use one of those to remedy this little white spot. So now I get to compare these. Ooh, this one. I don't think it's gonna get much closer than this, which this one is the, oops, I kicked all my bolts. This is the metallic acrylic. All right, I didn't really consult anything and I'm just going for it. So we'll start with kind of what's for sure gonna be hidden. I don't even know how durable this paint's going to be. In case you're wondering, my recent painting experiences came from painting with my stepdaughter, so yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Probably call it a day. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I'm gonna swap the front tires with the dirt tires, and then we'll try to put a little more on that and see how it looks. I don't necessarily like the brush strokes, so I've got this thing, and we're gonna just try this little foam dabber and just see if maybe this applies a little better. I don't know. All right, here's a good look at this so far. A couple bare spots here. Even some of these thicker areas are pretty dry. It's a pretty awesome color match for just going to Hobby Lobby and grabbing a $2 thing. So I'm gonna just do one more dabbing coat here, and hopefully that'll kind of cover up the rest of this, and might just leave it at that and see how it withstands a couple rides and washes. All right, I've got this thing ready to go, at least as good as I need to get it for tomorrow. Got Zap's fresh bumper on there. Here's the paint work down there. If you look at it closely, it doesn't match perfectly, but it's close enough to where it looks better than just having white primer on there. So that turned out pretty good. Got a new air filter on here, kind of detailed the air box. That needed a little bit of love. Got a fresh 8-ply on there from Fuel Customs. The quad is ready to go. I don't want to get it dirty, but I got to get it dirty. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind getting it dirty. I just don't want to clean it. Time to put it in the truck. Lakeview OHV State Park. All right, there's a cool looking track here. It is very dry. Looks like there's Justin right there with the white Ford. I'm meeting him. So I really did no research for this park. It's not that big. I think it's only like 200 acres. I actually didn't really do any research. It was just pinned on my maps in Iowa. So I figured like, oh, I guess we'll check this place out. So now here I am. I just drove 4 hours and it looks pretty cool. I'm excited. And there's nobody here. It's Monday. This is why we ride on weekdays. It is so nice to ride the parks when they're empty.
Get a good look at it. It's not going to look like that for very long. Over there.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know that my microphone was a little loose on this ride and I did get some clicks and pops, unfortunately, in the background. I fixed everything the best I could, but it's not perfect. Just want to give you a heads up.
Looks like there is a map here. It's all crinkly. It's hard to see. So we are here. Interesting. So we only see a little bit of it. It's like a foot. Right. But the foot goes this way. I'm just gonna kind of putz it. We'll just kind of cruise around slow.
Do a parade lap?
Yeah. .65 max inches for you side-by-side crowds. Huh, kind of a cool little pee-wee track. We're trail riding the Raptor. Pretty sandy right here. Try to play the dust right. There's single track mixed in here too. Well, there is some elevation here. Kind of some sand. This is pretty sweet. I'm impressed. You might see a place and go, wow, it's only 150 acres. If it's well laid out, it can offer a lot with that small acreage. Oh, here's some of the trial stuff. Oh, look at that. Hey, if you're into that stuff on a bike, dude, it's a teeter-totter. Out there on that thing. This looks like it's kind of a side-by-side track. Trying not to kick up an absurd amount of dust. We're still kind of exploring, and I am what you call rusty at the moment. Very sandy track, big sweeping corners. Definitely side-by-side vibes. Kind of tame. Jumps don't really have lips on them. Look at that in there. That looks like a cool, kind of a little dirt bike track maybe. More mud mud, kind of boggy stuff. It's definitely a pretty well-versed little area. Kind of a little bit of everything. I think we kind of did it. So there's our loop. We went that way. So now we kind of came up through the middle. Kind of like a very intermediate track, or like almost a beginner track. All tables, no doubles. Just says practice track. Little tiny jumps. I guess we could turn it off. This is kind of...
This is the smaller MX.
Yeah.
This loops into the track here is the larger.
Looks like everything's kind of tabletops. I'd like to check out the big track here.
Yep.
What kind of putt's that? So he said there's another little gate over here. Lots of good signage. Whoa. Track direction reversed. Keep right. All right. Here, why don't you go? I'm gonna follow you. Time to put the air filter to work. Wow, there's some big jumps out here. Look at the rhythm sections. The dust is gnar. Wow, these are pretty big jumps. You're not going to see these on the Raptor. Maybe on the old 450. Maybe I belong on the junior track. Yeah, we can't really cat and mouse each other at all. Playground ride area. It was kind of a cool little tour. Putts out here.
Before we continue the video, I just want to thank everyone for buying parts and merch on our website. We proudly sell parts from Hauser, Precision, Hermosi, Fuel Customs, Dasa Racing, RWI Wheels, Ober Tires, Carolina Quad Concepts, DRW Performance, Restoquad, and DBR ATV. We also sell pre-tuned Vortexes and Power Commanders in collaboration with Illinois Powersports, and in addition to parts, we have a variety of merch to choose from, and it's all available on PeteHaggard.com. And now back to today's video.
Got tuned at Illinois Powersports, and he made one horse less than me. We're both right about 60. This is cool. There's another like track in the woods. Wow, look at this. Practice track. This is cool. Wow. It's pretty sandy at this place. Dude, the dust. Dude, this is really cool. I think this is my favorite thing here, all of a sudden. done, just like that. Dude, these jumps are big, man. The landings are so precise. Not in all of them, but in some of them. Whoa. Look at that big step up. Oh, so much dust in my mouth. Oh. I don't know what's after these, so. Dude, he is killing it. Did you know this was in here? No. This is like the coolest thing at the place, man. So far. It's really nice, actually. It flows with the land nice. Well, I'm gonna ride it a little bit more. Pleasantly surprised, dude. I see why this has a bunch of good Google reviews. Very cool, man. Very fun. This is kind of cool because you can see me coming that way, and then I'll come back through this way. So I'm gonna ride Justin's quad, and he did a replica build to my quad. The only thing that's different is his handlebar setup. He's on a stock stem with precision clamps. I've got a Hauser stem with Ramosi clamps. He's also got a titanium pipe on it from Rossier. Man, I can't believe it. I think your handlebar setup feels a tad lower. It might be a little lower. It feels good though. The new pipe looks really cool on here. It's definitely a really big diameter here. Like it has a big step up right at that point. It's definitely different the way the pipe is shaped. And this is big 3 with a cam.
Correct.
And then there's nothing else.
Nope.
No. It's definitely louder. The handlebars are more forward, whereas mine are back towards me. Man, he's got his stabilizer set so differently than mine. I keep mine pretty soft, but he rides rough stuff. Whoa, ooh, that felt nice. It feels different. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Dude, it feels really similar to my quad. He's got a 15-tooth sprocket on it. It feels really nice, Justin. It's got taller tires on the front. Something about the front feels off. Not off in a bad way at all. I'm kind of liking it. Like it. trying to think here.
It's different, I guess.
Well, I'm thinking, it's funny because they are really similar. Your handlebar height's about the same, which I kind of like them a little lower, and we're about the same height. I'm wondering if it's the extra inch of tire, if that could be enough to just make it feel a little differently. I mean, I didn't pound it real hard, but I by no means came close to bottoming anything out. You haven't adjusted the shocks at all?
So when he sent them to me, I zeroed them out and I just brought them in so I felt where I would be comfortable, I guess.
I think you might have even a tad more bottoming resistance than I do. Yours felt almost a little bit firmer than my front end, but kind of reminded me of the YFZ a bit.
Really?
Yeah, just the way that it felt like it was eating up the ground, but it was kind of like being on my four-wheeler. Yeah. It was pretty sweet. Thank you for letting me ride it.
Yeah.
All right, we played on that track for a while, and it was fun. Kind of want to ride over the teeter-totter. Kind of some tighter trails in the interior. Some of this dirt bike stuff. Up on the ridge now. Oh, look at a little dude. There's like a lake over there. Turned into a nature ride. Why don't you go? He likes to get on the gas. It's fun riding with him. Woo! That was fun. I can't see. Ah! Whew. A respirator for that one. He's getting after it. Kicking up lots of dust. Yeah, I think on the other side of that chain link was where I saw. Yeah, if we want to see if we can find it.
I'll follow you there.
Okay. See some of this stuff? It's the only thing we didn't ride. It's like a little, maybe a pee-wee track. We got some riders up here. We found this little tiny bike track. A little pee-wee track. Yeah, we found it. It's kind of fun.
It is.
Yeah, fun. I like little trail jumps like that. They got nice lips on them. You just kind of blip them. Well, I like that little medium track with the smaller tables. We could do that a couple times and then probably call it a day. Sure. So I'll follow you over there. Second gear, just dogging. Lakeview OHV, you've got my seal of approval. If you live within 3 hours of this place, do not hesitate to come here and ride. I drove 4 hours and it was worth it. Very impressed. State-run facility, funded by the DNR. Some nice guys that we met that ride bikes. Thank you for being friendly to us couch riders. I know how the beef goes with the dirt bikes and the couch riders. But at the end of the day, we all got handlebars and it's us against the steering wheel, folks. So definitely enjoyed my experience here today. And now it's time to load up and get back home and give this thing a bath tomorrow. All right, I am on the road. I just stopped at the land of Quick Star to get some food. It's definitely starving. Had a ton of fun riding Lakeview OHV. That place packs a punch for only being like 200 acres. You can get your bearings there pretty quick. Lots of tracks. There's probably like 5 or 6 little tracks at that place. The main track had some big jumps. I was a bit sketched out by the gnarly crosswind we had. I'm going to use that as my excuse for me kind of not hitting some of the big jumps on my Raptor. The Raptor's a really interesting quad to jump. It can do it, but you have to be precise, and I don't know, man, it's just not really a track machine. So it was still fun to play on the smaller stuff, but some of those bigger third gear hits, if you don't take off just right, they're a little prone to going nose heavy, and it's just kind of scary. So I had a ton of fun riding Justin's Raptor. It was pretty much a carbon copy of mine. It was crazy how similar it felt. It was like getting on my own quad. So he did a great job on his build. Definitely a lot of fun to ride with him. He's a very confident rider. He's going to come ride with us in Oklahoma this fall. So also, speaking of Oklahoma, might as well let you guys know we'll be there for the Spooktacular weekend. That is our Little Sahara trip this year. It'll be our 6th trip in a row, our 6th annual trip. We've pretty much will have done every weekend in October at this point. So we decided to push it out even later. We are officially sick of the heat. For some reason, it is always hot when we go down there, and we keep pushing our dates out, but we pushed them out even further. And it should be awesome this year. So the last full weekend in October, we will see you at the dunes in Oklahoma at Little Sahara. And let's see if there's anything else I got to say here. Haven't been riding much. We had a little baby. Little Wyatt's doing super well. I'm very, very proud to be a new dad, and it's changed the routine a bit, but I have no intentions of stopping riding by any means, but it is keeping me on my toes. You know, I got to come home in one piece. I'm definitely looking to do more rides like today, which is at new places. I love riding new places. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all of our customers and followers, everybody that's been supporting us on PeteHager.com, buying parts and merch. You keep the lights on. You literally don't know that, but you do. You keep on the lights. Super grateful. I love getting you guys your parts. We're going to keep growing that business. And I guess that's it. Until the next one, you guys ride safe, keep the rubber side down, and we'll catch you on the next video.